Guys, and welcome to Trick or Treat, or Trick and Treat, sorry. This is a visual novel game and it's supposed to be pretty creepy. I thought I'd check it out. English, obviously. Oh god. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely creepy. Let's begin. Alright. Obviously you're gonna see my cursor, so... The sound of our steps combined with that of the occasional nocturnal animal is the only thing we can hear. Is that like a space, or do I have to click it? Oh. It's terribly dark in this place. The dense vegetation makes it impossible to see the sky or light from the moon. Our flashlights are only things that light up our way. Well, at least you got a flashlight. At times like this, one begs not to run out of battery, but you always do. We walk without knowing what we are really looking for. Better said, for no reason. Shit, man, that's deep as fuck. We are just a group of boys bored with our lives, aren't we all? Trying to create a lasting memory on the night instead of just staying home doing nothing. Or you could start a YouTube channel. Today is October 31, All Hallows Eve, better known as Halloween. 3 young men walk through the dark, but up until now nothing special. Forest, me being one of them. We're doing it to prove our courage. It's too bad there isn't a girl here to see how brave we are. Really? You're walking through a creepy ass forest for a girl? What the fuck, man? Seeing it like that, one could say this is a meaningless effort. No shit, Sherlock. For a moment I stopped to look at my watch. It's 1:49 AM. You get a while to fucking the witching hours, so relax. That means we have been walking aimlessly for more than 2 hours now. Oh, you fucked then. I'm sure that many people would find a place like this terrifying. Once you get used to it, the fear disappears, making it feel like normal. Does it though? What makes us afraid of the dark is what we cannot know, what hides in it, what lurks in the shadows. That sounds familiar, I think I've heard that somewhere before. But this is clearly an empty darkness. Well, isn't darkness empty anyway? At the moment I sigh, feeling how tired my legs are. Oh, that lactic acid's building up in your muscles, my dude. What is the point of being here? Clearly we had already demonstrated what we wanted. To who? You said there wasn't any girls to like fucking prove how brave you were to. It would be best to return, I should tell them. I was about to speak when suddenly the atmosphere in the forest became strange. It became fucking Silent Hill. Suddenly a cold chill runs through my body. I bet it did. It was like any other chill, except it was not going away. I want to see a doctor about that. No reason the air's temperature dropped from one second to the other. Ah, nah, ghost is nearby. So much so, my breath becomes visible, turning into mist. It doesn't end there. The air is now filling with rotten smell, just a little short from being unbearable. Ooh. Need Tic Tac or something? Shit. Images of worms and flies soon appear in my mind, giving me a really unpleasant feeling. Oh no, that ain't a ghost, that's a demon. We all stop at that moment. Axel? Oh my god, this dude named Axel. What's happening? I asked, confused, while turning to look at my friends. Also, where Axel? I totally did the wrong voice then. With the expression on their faces, it was easy to know that they were just lost as I was. Whoa, what the fuck was that? It was then we heard footsteps nearby and did not come from any of us. None of us. We all got dead quiet after that. You were about to get dead because something creeping up on your ass. I don't know if it was our fear, or to check if it was not a mistake, but we stayed motionless like statues without making a noise. Just looking at each other, faces wondering the same thing. Well, standing still ain't gonna help, it's not a fucking T-Rex. friend? Ugh. What was happening? As if I could know. We heard the steps again. They clearly belonged to a human, or at least to a large animal. But there is something strange about them. How can it be from a human or a large animal? A fucking large animal would be a quadruped. We're bipedal. Oh. Sounds as if the person walking dragged one foot. Just thinking about it made me shiver. It's a zombie then. Damn, why is this happening? It makes no sense. We should have returned home before, but now it's too late to regret it. I have the feeling that we're being stalked by someone. Strange footsteps stop, but I'm still feeling a presence nearby. I don't know where it is, but I know it's looking at me. That cursed thing is looking at me. My heart is beating anxiously. It's almost as if my body was telling me to get out of there. No shit, it's your adrenaline pumping. Fuck, man. But strangely, my friend seemed unable to perceive it. So you're lost, and you're trying to run. It seems that it's gone. It must have been just an animal. Said one of them, convinced we were safe. I would like to believe that too. We had a sigh of relief, however the luck would soon strike us again. Oh, bad luck would soon strike us again. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh shit. Oh, unexpectedly the forest becomes darker than before, in just a blink of an eye. But that wasn't the fault of the forest, but our flashlights which went out. I told you those fucking batteries were gonna die, man. They always fucking do. Of the three of them, only mine was still working. What's going on? Did the batteries die? Of course they did, dickhead. Asked one of them, scared, while they both beat them desperately as if that was going to revive them. That doesn't fucking work, and neither does putting them in the fridge. I can't blame them. The idea was walking in the darkness was not pleasant for anyone. But after a few moments we had no choice but to resign ourselves to do that. You've been walking in the darkness for 2 fucking hours. Once more the sound of footsteps is heard. But the silence is different now. It wasn't a T-Rex. It was a raptor. No? Okay. We're not quiet because we have nothing to say, but because we are afraid. We continue walking despite the fear that invades us. Visibly is almost zero, but we have no choice. Our visibility, sorry. In theory, we're walking back looking for the exit, but I cannot remember anything of this forest. We could be walking in circles and I would never notice it until it's too late. I hate the thought of it. I just want to get out of here. What? He got cut off. Parentheses. Suddenly my thoughts were silenced. We hear the footsteps of something. Oh. One more. The three of us become statues awaiting the presence of the T-Rex. I hold my breath while feeling my heart beating anxiously. Damn, get away from us! Leave us alone! Unexpectedly, steps are heard closer. This time they do not disappear, but rather come at us. Oh no! I can't stand it. Desperately, I move my flashlight everywhere, like an idiot, looking for the author of those footsteps, because he wrote them down on the ground that he is stepping on, hoping for the light to reveal their identity and erase our fears. Nothing, nothing. Is that all there is around here? Just empty air? My anxiety grows with failed attempt. I refuse to believe that it was just a ghost. Suddenly, when I move my flashlight again, I see a silhouette. I could not distinguish what it was, but for a moment the light revealed something. Quickly, I point the same place to discover it was gone. I thought it was going to pop up on the screen like the silhouette, and then it was going to be like, guess that Pokemon! No? Okay. I hold my breath anxiously. It was not illusion. I'm sure I saw something. It was then that I hear something nearby. Without even thinking, I aim the light towards that place. And I see... parentheses. No? What I found leaves us paralyzed with an expression of disbelief on our faces. It's a fucking cat. Are you serious? It's a white cat with eyes of intense red which stands before us. Oh, it's got red eyes. It must be fucking evil. Her look is not the friendliest, to say something. How do you know it's a girl cat? Did you just assume the cat's gender? Somehow I get the feeling it's a female cat. Of course, you're fucking assuming the cat's gender. Oh! Suddenly she lets out a thunderous meow that leaves us terrified. They only meow at humans? Also, I don't know what a thunderous meow would sound like. I would say it would like screech or howl or do something. But not meow. It sounded more like a lion roaring than a simple cat. Of course it did. The echo of the meow is heard throughout the forest, making it sound more sinister than it should be. It was then that suddenly an inexplicable force hits us. 3. Oh, fuck, I'm blinded by this white light of shit parentheses. I fall to the ground and little by little my eyelids close and fatigue becomes unbearable. Like how my eyes are being blinded by this fucking white screen. Oh, I lose consciousness on the ground, the forest, without knowing what was going to happen with me. Interlude. Before night falls. No? Okay. Oh! It is a day like any other, so normal that it was almost painful. Wait, so are we like back in fucking time now? Why is everything black and white, by the way? The only special thing that could be said about it is that it's October 31st. Now it says 31th. That doesn't make sense. It would be 31th. Far were the memories when I was a kid and went out with my friends to ask for sweets from house to house. You mean trick-or-treating? I don't do that in Australia. Well, we started to, but it's fucking not nowadays. Just remembering it made me sigh. I feel nostalgic. Some things were better than when I was a child, or at least seems like that. We all feel that way sometimes. There were some who had good costumes, whether of superheroes or monsters. My friends and I, on the other hand, had to use our imagination. Creativity was our costume, you could say, no matter how funny it could sound. I remember that my mother once painted red my face and told me, "You will be the devil." Wow, that escalated quickly. But it seems she only saw it that way when she went from home to home. I was the tomato man. She painted you red and said you'd be the devil for Halloween, and everyone thought you were a fucking tomato. But those things didn't matter to me since we all had a good time. Parentheses. If I asked for candy now, even I had the best costume. I'm sure no one would give me anything because I'm no longer a tomato. Except perhaps a scolding for acting like a child when I am 17 years old. Like, nah, you're still kind of a kid though. But anyway, I can't stay in the past. Fuck, 17, man. I must live in the present, no matter how little exciting that might be. Oh, grammar. Parentheses. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. No. We are a group of friends who don't have any plans for today. We are still not old enough to go to a disco. Why would you want to go to a fucking disco? Disco's dead, man. And I doubt guys like us would have any luck in that environment. Probably not. The other option would be to go to a party, meet girls and have fun. Everything perfect, except that nobody has invited us. Not being popular has its disadvantages. Amen, brother. Oh, hey Axel, let's have a couple matches. What do you say? My friend Steven called my attention while playing with the game console. Oh, what game is he playing? Rush Red? I believe that's what the game is called. A fast and quite complicated fighting game for me. I would normally agree to play with him, but for some reason, I don't feel in the mood today. Fuck you, Steven. I have no desire to play now, Steven, you piece of shit. That's how you talk to your male friends. I mean, you just bag each other all the time. I replied with disencouragement. I almost feel bad for doing it, but not really. Boring! Yeah, I is no rival for me. I'm fucking so good at this game. Shit. Steven said with confidence. That you're playing on normal difficulty does not help your argument, bitch. I feel like losing, but if you want, you could challenge to Alfred. Alfred? Alright, you start off with the name Axel. You leave a really high expectation for the names of the characters. You got Axel, you think there's gonna be something cool like that, right? Then you got Steven, you're kind of like, it's a pretty common name, but I'll let it pass. And then Alfred. Where's fucking Master Wayne gonna come out and be like, hey, fucking Alfred, can I borrow a fucking batsuit? I don't know. Shit. I said, leaning the attention of my other friend. Oh my god, Alfred, he really is called fucking Alfred. Oh, Master Wayne. I thought I don't know how to play that. I'm old. I've never played video games in my life. I was too busy raising you after your parents got shot in an alleyway. Answered Alfred doubtedly for a second. He is sitting behind the PC, but it seems that he isn't doing anything interesting. Probably watching porn. Dirty old man. The screen only shows a lot of text. I think he is in Wikipedia. Oh my god. Really? Hey, don't you have something more fun to do? I asked with disencouragement, even thinking about what he was reading. Man, Axel's a dick. Alfred looked at me surprised. Actually, Master Wayne, this is the actual problem of society, the people not interested in discovering their history. He is one of the most pseudo-intellectuals, always looking for rare information to appear smarter than others. Yeah, it sounds like Alfred. When we forget our past mistakes, we are doomed to repeat them. He added later. Why do we fall? What are you talking about? This village is small and its story's not interesting at all. Nothing outside of the normal has ever happened in it. Alfred laughed mockingly after that. Your ignorance, Master Wayne, is worthy of praise. He pauses, filling his chest with pride. Goes back to watching his porn like the dirty old man he is. The very fact it is a small town is the reason it's full of mysteries. Did you know that 20 years ago on this date a man disappeared? One single man in 20 fucking years? Oh my god, so much is happening in this town. So, what about it? I asked without being impressed or even interested in the least. Things like that happen all the time, in all places. As I thought, Master Wayne, you don't know the history despite living in this very place, Alfred said while adjusting his glasses in an arrogant gesture. Oh my god. There is a legend behind the disappearance. That is what I was reading. After listening to him, I looked back at the computer screen with curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. Oh god, I skipped it. Curiosity that killed a cat. Cat with red eye? No. Come on, read this and learn a little. Alfred said, inviting us to read what was on the screen. But Stephen and I moved forward closer to read it. Oh, let's read this shit. The town of Abington, Oxfordshire, country, 1994. I came to this town with only 4,000 inhabitants to support them in an investigation. I don't know why I'm doing the Queen, alright? Shut up. Truth is that never put my life I've seen something this strange. I won't say your typical detective-ish nonsense that I have seen thousands of stranger things in my life. I'm the Queen detective, apparently. I've seen many crimes, yes. Some difficult to solve. I never really solved them. I just looked up Wikipedia. But all of them were human. Human? What? Even if you don't know about how they managed to perpetrate the crime, you know that they are people like anyone else. In this case, I don't think I'm able to say the same thing. It wasn't a person. It was a fucking T-Rex. No? Truth is that I can't understand what happened. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh. I was called for the disappearance of a man named Matthew Graham. So where the fuck is Axel coming from? So now Axel doesn't fit. Oh. 23 years, single, white Caucasian, 178 centimeters tall. No, alright. The last time he was even seen, he was returning home from a Halloween party. He had drank alcohol but was still sober. Probably tipsy though. Or at least that's what witnesses said. Anyways, this is not something which can be explained with simple drunkenness. Does drunkenness actually have two ends? Oh my god, why am I picking on the grammar? He apparently got lost on the way home and decided to enter the forest called Oakwood, which is clearly what we do at the start of this game. It had rained yesterday, so the ground was wet, muddy. He slipped and fell on his ass. No. We could easily find his traces which were leading deep inside the forest. Apparently he walked for 3 hours before stopping. I say stop, but the truth is we don't know what happened then. The track suddenly ended, up in a clearing in the forest. And that's all. That's all. There was no evidence of struggle, no other trace, or pieces of clothing on the ground. There was no blood, no more footprints, or anything else. Bloody hell. The depth of this last footprint and the position they were in indicated that he was still walking. At no point he stood still. It was as if he were vaporized in the air, or picked up in the mouth of a fucking T-Rex. With all his clothes, in the middle of his walk. Fuck, why would he get naked? That doesn't make sense. Obviously I can't believe such a thing. But I can't give any other explanation. The only thing I remember is that near the footprints I sensed a faint smell of rot. Rot? However, there was no animal corpse nearby. It's ridiculous to think he suddenly started to decay and become earth. In the end, the case was closed in just 3 days. Wow, you fucking gave up fast. No evidence of any kind. We couldn't say anything but he decided to escape from the village by fucking vaporizing himself in the middle of the forest, or being eaten by a fucking T-Rex. However, while officially there was no more to do. I couldn't sleep in peace. Thinking about it could have happened to him took away my sleep. In my mind I thought all sorts of theories, like maybe everything was a plan developed by Matthew. But in the end, they all seemed impossible. Especially the T-Rex one. I mean, why the fuck is a T-Rex in the forest? I decided to investigate more of the issue. I searched the town for similar stories, and to my surprise I found 4 more. All young men. The story was always the same. They were walking in the forest alone, disappearing without a trace. I would probably say it's a banshee or some sort of siren at this point. Even more curious is that all of them disappeared on the same date, October 31. Woo! Spoopy. But there is more. Oh my god, please, no more. I'm losing my fucking voice already. A detail that completely eliminates the possibility that there was a killer or kidnapper behind this. It was a giant fucking T-Rex footprint right near the crime scene that we completely missed, no? And that is the separation of the years. Roger Bacon, come on. What is with this fucking... disappeared in 1924. Mitchell Smith, disappeared in 1876. Jason Black, disappeared in 1813. And worst of all, Oswald Taylor, disappeared in 1707. Holy fuck shit. Simply wouldn't be possible. My curiosity led me to dig deeper. I thought that the answer may be in the past of the forest. But then when I discovered what it seemed to be simple, boring forest actually hid a great story. Before it was called Oakwood or Oaks Forest, the place was called Witchwood. Oh, the word witch has huge similarity with witch. Because they're fucking pronounced the same way. Holy shit. Oh, what a connection. Taking into consideration that the old name and the language changes over time, it indicates that it was the Forest of Witches. Oh, fuck. That explains the cat with red eyes then. Apparently more than 400 years ago, the people of the village believed witches lived in the woods. Holy shit. Unfortunately, almost all of the information is already lost. There were stories told in voice, without a properly written record. Fuck. I just know that the change of religion to Christian, people stopped seeing the witches' good eyes and began to hunt them. Apparently, the last one before her death cast a curse on the forest, which even today should continue to exist. Anyway, I'm fucking tired of talking, so obviously I cannot accept something like this as an answer. In the end, I have no other choice but to accept that each one of them escaped from the village by fucking vaporizing themselves or being eaten by a T-Rex, using the legend of the forest to make it look like it was something supernatural. I call bullshit. Oh, interesting story. I didn't know that such a story was hiding in this town. I've literally forgotten his voice at this point, because I was speaking like the Queen for so long. I said, honestly surprised, even if it is a lie. It managed to hold my interest. Wait, there's something more. Oh, Alfred said this. Alfred said at the same time he scrolls to the comments. We read what is written there. A couple of comments call out our attention. Both of them talk about some creature. At the time they felt horrible fear for what could happen to them. Well, the two comments share great similarities. Like the two comments I get on the YouTube videos. Literally one video. Why won't people comment? But they could have been written in the same person. There are many others that deny it. Looks like many people went to the forest because of the legend but couldn't find anything. Parentheses. I thought you only read these things to look more cool for the girls, replied Stephen as a joke. Alfred giggles and slaps him across the face for being such a bitch. No? Partly yes, Master Wayne. He admitted it. That was a secret everybody silently knew. Well, now we have an activity for tonight, Stephen said in the same time that he makes a face overflowing with enthusiasm as his voice slowly goes into Cartman from fucking South Park. What? I was completely lost. I thought we were just killing time. Simple, let's go to the forest and get fucking killed, Stephen replied without hesitation. He seemed really fascinated by the story. Are you insane, Master Wayne? In the membrane? Said Alfred, unable to believe what he had just heard. You only needed to look at his face to know he did not like that idea. Despite everything you've heard, you want to go? Of course, it would be the test of courage among us three, replied Stephen, full of confidence, perhaps too much. Why, he a little competitive motherfucker. He should relax a bit. Don't tell me you're afraid. I know. Why should I be afraid? Answered Alfred at the same time he folds his arms, making a false gesture of security. It's more than obvious that you're afraid, Alfred. Almost as much as when you have to talk to a girl. What about you, Axel? Don't tell me you won't come. Suddenly Stephen asked me at the same time looking at me mockingly. Don't tell me you and your be chicken to the group. I hate the tone of his voice he used. It wasn't even the correct voice. I would never give you that, I said without thinking, showing a confident smile and look. Flipping up the fucking collar on my leather jacket and slicking back my hair like the cool motherfucker I am. Shit. Well, let's not say more. Take your cage, backpacks, flashlights, and get some food. I'm gonna get some cheesy poops. Man, let's go and fucking eat them. Shit, holy shit, we're going to the forest, Stephen said, full of energy. Oh my god, he was so full of energy. Yeah! We three said in unison as if we were going to have some kind of private party, which we never did because we're going to get fucking lost in a fucking dark, ominous forest or be eaten by a fucking T-Rex. Not really knowing what we were doing or what we were going to find. Oh, 2:13 a.m. Holy fuck. Can I... Oh, what? Oh, we're back in the forest. Oh. Okay, we're gonna save the rest for the next video. Let me know if you like this, if you want to keep seeing more of this in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Peace.